Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 4 of Final Fantasy XV, the Royal Edition. And today we're going to start episode Gladiolus. Although it wasn't originally part of the Royal Edition, it was its own separate DLC, it became a part of the Royal Edition as you bought all 3 episodes, plus 80 episodes that was coming, unfortunately Arden was the last, for free. That was a good idea on Square's part, except there's just one problem. They chased Tabata away before they could finish the episodes. Anyway, episode Gladiolus takes place after he leaves the group. When they search for the Mithril in the Vesper Pool, he goes on his own quest. And we don't meet up with Gladio again until chapter 8 when we're in the reactor in Lestalem. So on that note, let's find out exactly where he has been and what he's up to. In fact, we're probably going to be playing that whole entire flashback. Yeah, that's right. This is pretty much a quick flashback of what happened between the time he left Cape Kayam all the way to the time he went to Lestalem and fought off all of those monsters in the reactor. It's safe to say, folks, Gladiolus didn't really need to take a personal redemption arc, because he ends up becoming a hard ass to knock and ends up becoming a bigger hypocrite later on. But they eventually get over it, and if you want to see more, I'll put the part of him leaving the group in the description below. So on that note, and also there's still the playlist too. On that note, let's start episode Gladiolus already.
I'm stuffed. My compliments to the chef.
My pleasure. Did you enjoy your time with the Marshal?
Mm-hmm.
What's that thing on your face?
This?
Yeah, X marks the spot.
That's just a scratch. The other guy got off a lot worse.
Worse than looking like some kind of thug?
Speaking of which, who was this other guy?
They call him the Blade Master.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you all know who we're referring to. By the way, you have to play the tutorial, obviously, if you're not well versed with Gladio, and I'm gonna be the first to say it. When it comes down to the 4 characters that you have to play with, Gladio's my least favorite. When it comes down to just combat, because of the fact that you're pretty much trying to waylay in order to gain your tech breaks, which you see at the left-hand corner, well, bottom right-hand corner, so sorry if your screen, which by the way is right above your life. The more you kill, the more you block, and the more damage you take, the higher your rage. Your rage will practically continue to build until you actually get to a max, and then once you do, it'll start declining after a while. So quite frankly, all I'm doing is practically killing off these saber tusks in order for me to have full practice and full control of Gladio. I mean, they will cut to the part where he's killed every last one of these things if you skip the training, but I recommend for those who have not gotten a full grasp of Gladio to go to the training play as Gladio for a good bit, get well versed, because guess what? Even as you train, there's still a bit of fake difficulty because of the fact that you don't get to carry in any of the items you have gotten throughout the game. Oh yeah, and by the way, they decrease whatever level you have all the way down till you're level 27.
Gladio? Yeah, who do you think it is? Catch you at a bad time? Are you here yet? Yeah, I'm at the crow's nest. Good. Thanks for agreeing to meet with me. Sure. So, are you ready to move out? Of course. What about you? Are you mentally prepared? Of course. I'll be right over. About time.
What'll it be?
Just the water's fine. Thanks.
Allow me to ask you once more. Are you sure you're ready to take on the Blade Master?
I went up against the High Commander and got my ass handed to me. I didn't stand a chance. And I never will unless I get more power.
Then answer my question. Are you ready or not?
You think I would have called you here if I weren't?
So you're ready to face death. Gilgamesh awaits challengers in the deepest recesses of those ruins. It's been 30 years since we uncovered the caves. We've sent countless expeditions, but all of our efforts have afforded us no rewards. And no survivors.
Except for you. You undertook the trial, and you made it back alive. Barely.
Let's move.
Well, let's go into the caves and pursue Gilgamesh. But I'm going to be a stickler when I say I prefer 12 and 13.2's version of Gilgamesh, and even World of Final Fantasy's Gilgamesh over the one we're about to face. Yeah, it does sound like a big stickler, but hey, I have my preferences, you know. I actually prefer 12s over this guy. But anyway, remember what I said about not having any items carried over from the initial gameplay over to here, let alone levels? I wasn't kidding. As soon as we enter this cave, as soon as you walk a few steps, make sure you see any blue light twinkling on the ground. Because here's the thing. Episode Gladio and Episode Noctis are the only two episodes where you can actually play on easy. There's a reason why I'm playing on easy. You will see in the items. Because guess what? You get more items. And before you say, oh, you're just playing this on easy mode because you're a punk. No. I want to keep things moving. Because on normal, you only have 3 potions, 1 Phoenix down. That's supposed to last you throughout the entirety of this fight. Oh, and you cannot change difficulty once you start. You have to finish it on that difficulty. Is there anything else I need to mention? Oh, right! Core cannot have... The fight with Core, however, does not change difficulty at all. It's already predetermined and normal, so this is the only time you can change on easy, and that also includes Episode Prompto. Oh, by the way, let's see. We've got ourselves some Souls of Fortitude. These are not your everyday demons, and they do not go on your archives even after you beat this game. They do not go on your archives. Watch out for the Souls of Valor. They've got claws. They are practically not in your bestiary. They are pretty much exclusive for the DLC for Gladio. And guess what? Once you kill them, they're gone. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention one other important thing. Gladio's survival doesn't work here. Gladio's not gonna randomly pick up weapons. And you know what? You have the game journalist to thank for that. Yeah. You wanted a challenge? You got one. Congratulations! Although this, Ignis and Arden were the more challenging ones, it's, well, Prompto that isn't the challenge one. Prompto's not challenging whatsoever except for when you have to, well, do that one battle with Aranea. Oh, and speaking of battle, we just have to slip down the waterfall. And we're going to be going into the battle to meet Gilgamesh himself. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I forgot to mention one other important detail. The only weapon you can bring on your person is the prize. Oh, wait, we're not... Actually, this isn't Gilgamesh just yet. I forgot, this thing's here. Midgardsamar, we gotta kill him. Or was that Burumar? Oh, yeah! That's right, that's the snake that almost kicked our asses. And no, you don't have the Magitech armor here. Gotta mention that too. Oh, and no antidotes either. Yeah, because guess what? This monster actually does bad stat damage to you. So bear that in mind. But there was something I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, that's right. No survival, so there's no survival. You can't change the Magitech armor. You can't. What else can you not do? Oh, right. You can't actually depend on Core to pick you up when you are about to die. Because guess what? Core will leave your ass there to die. He will not come in and heal you like he did when you were fighting against Loki. Here, Core will just watch your ass fall down to the ground and die.
You come to prove yourself worthy of my mantle?
I do. I am here to undertake the trial of Gilgamesh.
And what is it you hope to glean?
Power. And you're gonna give it to me.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah, by the way, sneak attack. This is Gilgamesh. You're not going to do anything to him. You'll barely be able to do anything to him. He's going to try to cut you down. You'll be able to get some hits on him, but guess what? They're only going to do like dink, like 20 damage, 40 at minimum, sometimes 60. I mean, this is supposed to be a winnable fight, but it's not. It's actually unwinnable. You're not going to win. You're supposed to drop down to a certain health in order for you to continue on with the story. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention about Gilgamesh. The pointless thing is they took Core out of the fight. Even though Core actually could help fight Gilgamesh, the problem is the only thing Core can do is swing his sword because he's not going to heal you anytime soon. See this life right here? In the actual game, Core would have walked up and pat you on the back. Nope. Not here. You don't heal. Oh, and your life doesn't regenerate either.
Brute force alone does little to impress. Only he who possesses both muscle and metal of equal caliber deserves the honor of fighting beside the chosen king as his sworn shield.
You saying I don't?
A great evil threatens the people of your world. It is but the King of Kings and his shield who can safeguard their lives. All those unworthy or unwilling to rise to the task meet their end here, by my blade.
I ain't meeting mine anytime soon. This trial hasn't even begun.
If you do not fear death, then go forth with reckless abandon, and prove your worth.
You want to actually do damage to Gilgamesh? You are going to have to go further into the training grounds. And also you're going to have to heal yourself too. Oh, actually I should have kept those because of the fact that there would be a camp nearby. A camp, by the way, that will give you cup ramen. Those boxes, I'm not sure what they're for. But don't forget to pick up this, because it's a potion. Don't forget to pick up this other thing. That too is a potion. Potions, while they don't heal as much, sorry, my arm is itching really, really bad. While potions don't really heal too much, potions will save your ass if you're not careful with Gilgamesh or any enemy here. Oh look, a high potion. Definitely need that because that'll heal up all of your life. But yeah, they basically made it fake difficulty, because in the end Gladio would probably decimate everybody in his way. And for the record, since Gladio can't cook, you have to go to a campsite and you are automatically going to have cup ramen for your campsite. So as you leave, you'll end up with an HP boost and also an attack boost. But that's it. And no, you get the regular cup ramen, not the ultimate cup, which would have gave you more boosted stats. So on that note, let's go on with the cutscene.
The Blade Master isn't here to train you, he's here to test you. He won't go easy on you just because you joined the Crown's Guard.
So, no mercy for newbies like me. So what? The weak aren't worthy of serving as shield?
In his eyes, the weak aren't worthy of living. All of them are fools, punished for aspiring beyond their station. I was a fool back then, too. And I was punished.
But you weren't killed. Maybe you weren't worthy of serving as shield, but he must have seen you as worthy of living.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Let's go.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Done and done. Want some?
Pathetic.
Alright, back to action. And you can find out more and more about Course Pass with every campsite we go to. Oh, and let me remind you of one thing. There are no save states. Guess what? You have to practically reload from the last campsite if you die. So I might as well bring that up now. Oh, and by the way, that was Razor's Edge. I'll show you as many of the new moves as humanly possible. Actually, not really new. I've only shown you at least 3 of them already in Gladio's side of Xenobotus. So, or Xenogotus, sorry. I meant there butchered the name of the place that everybody hates the most. But, Gladio will have those 3 available until, that is, he passes the first well, he passes all the trials, actually, and head over to Gilgamesh. When he passes the 3rd trial, that's when he gets his hands on Maelstrom, which, by the way, you can only use after you beat episode Gladio. Till then, Gladio will only have a few glaive arts to his name. That's it. On that note, we are fighting Reapers, and Core is going to help you out. Core is level 52, but he won't heal you. He'll just help you out and kick ass and take names. Because once you fall, like I said, Core will not give you a pat on the back like he normally would do. You are done. That's all exclusive to Noctis. Oh yeah, let's not forget. Hey, let me get that. Oh, right. More enemies. I can't pick up items in the midst of battle, which is something Noctis would be able to do. Actually, no, I don't think Noctis could do anymore because of the updates. Yeah, remember, they kept updating every time I got further and further to the end of the game. There was like so many updates, and this was one of those updates when I managed to get to, actually, this was already updated by the time I got to chapter 3. So there's that. Let's see. I think there's another one right here. Perfect. We got more potions. And guess what? The starting amount of potions you had to use was 3 as opposed to 10 or 20, I do believe. It was 20, yes. But for that matter, just pick up everything and keep going. By the way, that's practically the hard mode of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Alright, now it's time for the first trial, and Core will not help you until you beat the trials. So yeah, like I said, Core will watch you die, because he won't be of any help. By the way, you are dealing with, I forgot what this was. Damn it, I wish I remember that. Oh, Magus, that's what that is. The Magus is practically a powerful wizard that was from the Falsheim Vaults, if I'm not mistaken. And this guy, he's pretty strong, and he will put bad stats on you, but you also gotta be careful for all the Reapers, and also all of the, oh crap, the bad stats are already on, but as I was saying, you have to be careful of all the Reapers and the skeletons that'll come your way, because they will target you while you're focusing on the Reaper. I mean, the Magus, sorry, and the Magus is almost dead. Oh, actually, no, it is dead. Fantastic. That was quick.
Rest up while you got the chance. Better rest here while I can.
And now Gladio is able to do some hurt to Gilgamesh. On top of the fact that now he can actually withstand the mighty blows from even the toughest of opponents. That includes Gilgamesh.
No.
So on that note, you got high defense right after you just got finished beating the crap out of an enemy, which probably have a higher defense than you.
Because he was scared.
Well, there's that.
Right?
Not of the trial.
So all we have
He was
to do is
scared of
proceed
failing as
further
leader of the
and go
Crown Guard
straight to
and
a
as shield of
camp.
the king.
Which, by the
He
way,
couldn't
we need
leave
to
his
do.
majesty
Oh, yeah, and
alone,
also pick up
looking
that
by the
Phoenix
wall she
down.
was.
We definitely
After
are going to
all,
need
what
that.
good is a shield with
After
no one to
all,
protect?
while the cave itself is pretty
about you?
sparse,
Worried about leaving your majesty alone?
whatever items you have is definitely
But I'm gonna do what's
sparse.
right for me. Like
So
my
you only
father
have a
did
few
what was right for
items
him.
to do what you need to do. So don't waste them dying. Simple as that.
How long has it been since you undertook the trial? 30 years or so?
Give or take. I was a lot younger than you are, and far less experienced. It's a wonder I even made it out alive.
This place look familiar to you?
Vaguely. The younger me had little mind for taking in the sights.
Time for us to proceed further after we just got finished sleeping. That's going to be our checkpoint. But the monster that we're about to face should not give us any problems unless it's on normal. Then we'll have problems because we'll end up running out of potions. I can assure you we'll probably use about 6 or 7 of them by the time you come to Gilgamesh himself. And when you do, and Korra's not with you, well, that's your problem. You're screwed, and you're gonna have to start the fight over again. And no, you can't pick up any items. Well, there was an unnecessary high road that was planted there. Sorry for the yawning. But that unnecessary high road didn't lead anywhere else. So you had to jump around the other way so that you'll be able to get to the top. And for the record, there are going to be some spaces with some cliffs that you're going to have to do platforming. And for the record, also, Tabata did not finish this episode. You'll see, but, well, later on anyway. Right now, we practically have pillars that we could just pick up and smack our enemy. Oh god, I didn't do it right. I didn't do it right. Hold on, give me a second. Come on, Gladio. Use the strength of the cup noodle. And, oh crap. I did the wrong thing. Shit. Well, I got myself caught. I'm gonna have to do something to get myself out of here. Okay, here's the gist. That pillar, I was supposed to use the square button to smack all of the enemies with that pillar. I could only smack them 4 times, but that's what I was supposed to do. Unfortunately, what happened is the fact that I, for one, completely forgot to use the attack button, and I dropped it and it didn't do anything. Alright, let's make sure that it does do something. You want to try to run after me? Alright, I'll give you a reason to run after me. Hold on just a second. I'll catch up to you in just a little bit. Don't you move.
Another trial chamber, and another chance
Oh.
for warriors to impart their wisdom.
I meant to pull up a pillar and smack somebody with it. Oh, there's one more still here. No wonder I couldn't access him. Okay, let's access that pillar right now. That would be a good idea considering the fact that you're fighting the last of the enemies that was here. So on that note, we can proceed without any problems. But I gotta remember, it's the square button, not the circle. The square to actually use a weapon. Now, let's climb up to the top and possibly prepare for the worst, as we definitely are closing in on the main actually closing in on Gilgamesh. And now it's time to enter into the chamber, the second one, and we are going to face off against Enkidu. Now, Enkidu has a history of following Gilgamesh. He showed up in around Final Fantasy V. He showed up in 6. He showed up in 12. He showed up in 13. Yeah, he's been around. And Enkidu is practically someone who is a dragon now. We can actually try to do some damage, but that dragon can be the bane of our existence. For those of you who don't happen to know what this dragon's name is, I'll just spit it out for you. That is supposed to be a that is supposed to be, what was this thing again? I'm trying to remember the name. Oh, right. This was supposed to be a mission to where Gladiolus could actually learn how to master Nox weapons should anything happen to him. So far, it's been nothing but lies. And also some half-truths in between. And by lies, I mean, one of the biggest lies is that humans can actually fly too if they have enough wings. And no, that's not true. But I'm trying to fight off this thing with a sliver of its health left, and it is not cooperating. And I think we just killed it. Cool! I was about to say it wasn't cooperating, but I think we just killed it. And now the fact that we have to open the area, that is something that needs to be done. But first, let's check out the tomb itself. And now we have one more tomb unsealed. Before we go into that tomb, there is a dangerous enemy that is lurking about and is practically someone you need to be fully prepared for.